Managing money used to take up a lot of my time. I'd spend hours tracking bills, subscriptions, and upcoming payments. Well, thanks to Rocket Money, everything is now organized in one place. It's so much simpler. The app shows every subscription you're paying for and lets you cancel the ones you don't need with only a few taps. Together, Rocket Money users have canceled subscriptions and saved over $880 million. Rocket Money also keeps track of where your money's going and gives you a heads up before your bills are due, or if your account balance is getting low. On average, Rocket Money users save more than $70 in their first month using the app. And here's what I really like about Rocket Money. It can move money into your savings automatically, so you put money aside without even thinking about it. It makes managing your money a whole lot easier. Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/Kim. That's rocketmoney.com/Kim. rocketmoney.com/Kim. 40 million Americans are getting robbed on their phone bill. They don't even know it. I'm Kim Komando with Improved Life Joint Support. My new stimulant-free U.S.-made supplement relieves joint discomfort. Get up to 25% off plus free shipping at improvedlife.com/Kim. It's called cramming. Third-party companies secretly slide $3 to $5 a month on your bill. At $10 a month, that's $120 a year leaving your pocket. Get 90 days refunded today. Pull up a full itemized bill on your carrier's website, not the app summary. See anything called premium services or digital content package? Someone's stealing from you. Any charge you don't recognize, it's a red flag. Call billing. Say you want to remove unauthorized charges. And if they hesitate, you need to use the magical words, unauthorized third-party billing. Next, ask your carrier to add a third-party billing block to your account. It's free, so it never happens again. Join a million folks who get my free newsletter every day. It's 5-star rated. GetKim.com. Coming up, if you're a landlord, how far do you go to background check prospective renters? Well, Joan in Indianapolis is doing it the right way, but then Zillow asked for her social security number just to see the results. Does that feel like a red flag to you? We'll sort it out right after this. I've tried a lot of antivirus software over the years, and when something better comes along, I switch. That's why I've moved to WebRoot Essentials. WebRoot Essentials is a cloud-based AI-powered antivirus app that was designed to evolve with today's threats. It's fast, lightweight protection that works across all my devices without slowing me down. If you need another reason to switch, get this. WebRoot Essentials recently ranked #1 in independent Passmark performance studies against 9 other brands, like Norton, McAfee, and even Microsoft Defender. The study found that WebRoot Essentials scans 6 times faster, uses far less memory, and takes up 33% less space on your computer. I've seen the difference WebRoot has made for my devices, and now you can too. My listeners get 62% off WebRoot Essentials at webroot.com/Kim. Get the #1 ranked antivirus protection for just $19 a year right now at webroot.com/Kim. webroot.com/Kim. Go now while you're thinking about it. webroot.com/Kim.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Joan in Indianapolis, Indiana. Hi there, Joan.
Hi, Kim. How are you today?
I'm great. What's going on?
Well, I first of all want to thank you for taking my call and to thank you for sharing your wisdom.
You're sweet. Thank you.
Greatly appreciate it. So here's my question. I'm a landlord, and I'm looking for an easy way to check backgrounds, criminal backgrounds, and financial status of my applicants, and I wondered if you had something that you would recommend.
Well, how are you doing this now?
Right now, I have them fill out an application, and I take it to the local sheriff's department, and they give me that information, but it's just for our local county. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know, if they move out of the county, who knows what's going on. Yeah. And then the other thing is that I can accept a Zillow application, but because I do advertise on Zillow, mm-hmm. But in order to read the results, I have to provide them my Social Security number, my information, and I didn't know if that was safe or not. So I'm just wondering what you think about that.
It's always that question. Well, let's talk about some ways that you can just do a background check, and then we'll talk about the whole Zillow.
Okay.
So what you can do is that the big credit companies like Experian, they have something called Connect. And this way you can purchase and view credit reports. And obviously you're going to need their permission to do this and in the application.
Right, of course.
TransUnion has a similar thing called Smart Move.
Okay.
And Zillow, as you know, with the rental manager, is that they have a tenant screening tool as well. And the whole reason to get your social security number is to make sure that there's not going to be a bot, or maybe it's going to be tied to something with some IRS reporting. So there's reason to do that. And it's always cautious. You're like, oh, my social security number, I better not give this out. If it's a legitimate company and you're on a legitimate site and you see that lock in the browser URL, and you just didn't click a link out of nowhere that just popped in your mailbox, then I know it feels icky, but it's probably going to be okay.
Okay.
It's, because I experienced this myself. I wanted to renew my global entry card. And of course, they ask for everything when you're doing that. It's like,
right.
Okay, yes. Here's a piece of my hair. Here's some DNA, my mother's maiden name, and it's like, and we all sit there and cringe. But if you feel confident that you are in the right place, then I think it would probably be okay. So those are the places where you would get the background check. Now, criminal history, that's probably something else, like you said. You take it down to the sheriff's office, but you can do a nationwide background check on several websites. There's employment verifications. But I think, taking a look at this Experian Connect and the TransUnion Smart Move, as well as, don't forget about your gut. A lot of people forget about that. It's like, does it feel right? Does everything check, all the boxes? And is this person from the military? They're moving in, but and then all of a sudden it just starts feeling pretty scammy, because that's the whole shtick that they're all trying to use right now, pretending to be from the military, and they have to move and they need 3 months free or whatever, the whole thing is. Have you experienced any of those type of scams?
No, I haven't.
That's good.
No, I've been pretty lucky, but I just want to make sure that I'm not putting myself out there.
Yeah, and that's always a concern. It is, because we always want to hold that social security number close to our vest. And in reality, we probably as a nation need to come up with some other type of ID other than a social security number, because let's just face it, they're all just for sale right now. Mine too, yours too, Joan, right there on the dark web. And they're really not selling for very much. And that's why it's super important that we always keep track of our credit, and we freeze our credit. And we go ahead and put alerts on our bank accounts if there's unauthorized access, or if somebody tries to make a charge on a credit card over $50 and the credit card isn't on the premise. And you start paying attention to all these different alerts. And I know it's a major hassle. It is. It's just a pain in the butt, because I get them too. But we do need to just make sure that our whole identity does stay safe. Joan, thank you so much for your call today. Okay, Smarty Pants, I know that you need more tips like this because you want to stay ahead of the tech curve. But as they like to say on infomercials, but wait, there's more. This is really fun. You can watch The Kim Komando Show over on my YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com/Kim Komando. That's youtube.com/Kim Komando. And if you're more into podcasts, well, you can find me everywhere you get your podcasts. Just search for Komando with a K, of course. That's Komando. And if you have any questions for me, or if you want to share a story that happened in your life, I love that. Just go to komando.com. I know there's so many commandos. Komando, komando.com. And then there's a big button on the top right. It says Ask Kim. I know, funny how some things work in tech. Fill out that form, and I read every single note that you send me.